welcome to Shyam's Storytime. My name is Shyamala and I am a passionate storyteller. I have been telling you stories of King Vikramaditya for a very long time and I hope all of you are enjoying it. And if you do enjoy, please subscribe to my YouTube channel Shyam's Storytime. You will have access to all the stories that I upload. Every Saturday you get to hear a story of King Vikramaditya in English, and on Sundays a Panchatantra tale in Tamil. So in this episode we are going to see the continuation of the last episode. Is fate preordained is what we were seeing in the last episode. Today's story is called Is Man the Maker of His Own Destiny? We left King Vikramaditya in that isolated island which had nobody else there. Vikramaditya did not lose courage. He went around looking for people, but this island was absolutely deserted. He was wondering what to do, and then he saw a huge mansion at a distance. Thinking that there will be somebody there, he walked towards the mansion. There was a soldier standing outside, a woman soldier in fact, that was standing outside. Vikramaditya was surprised, and then he went and asked her, who is in charge of this place? Is there a ruler to this island? The woman soldier asked him to wait for a while and asked him what his name was. He said, I am Vikram Bahadur, I am a sailor. The soldier ran inside. Turns out that this island is ruled by Queen Simhavati, and everybody in her castle were women soldiers, and everybody else that were there, even the merchants and everyone was a woman. In a moment, the queen herself, Queen Simhavati, came out and greeted Vikram and asked him to come in. He was given change of clothes. He was asked to refresh himself, and then he was ready to have a conversation with the queen. The queen once again asked him who he was. He said the same thing. I am Vikram Bahadur and I am a sailor. I got stranded in this island. May I know how to go away from here? Can you help me in getting a ship? He asked. Queen Simhavati said that she knew who he actually was. Not just Vikram Bahadur, but King Vikramaditya himself. Vikramaditya was surprised. He was shocked, in fact. He asked her, how did she know about it? Queen Simhavati said that long ago there was a prophecy that she heard which said that a while later there will be a sailor that comes to this island whose name would be Vikram Bahadur. He will actually be a king, and Queen Simhavati is ordained to marry this king. Now King Vikramaditya thought about those two people, those two men that came to his court asking for his verdict. Is it true? Then everything is predestined, he thought to himself. But he let the thought go and went with the flow of the events. Both Queen Simhavati and King Vikramaditya liked each other after long conversations that they spent, and they decided to marry. A grand wedding happened. Vikramaditya and Queen Simhavati led a very happy life. Few months passed. Now Vikramaditya wanted to go back to his own kingdom, the kingdom of Ujjain. So he told Queen Simhavati that he would like to go and he can take her also and go with him. Queen Simhavati refused the offer. She said that she has to stay in her own island and take care of this kingdom and that she cannot come. Neither can she leave King Vikramaditya to get away from her. So she said that Vikramaditya has to stay here. After a few days, Vikramaditya couldn't take it anymore. He wanted to somehow get rid of this place and the queen and go back to his kingdom. But there was no way that he could do. There were no ships that he can use to sail through. Even a horse was not available. But Vikramaditya, being a horse lover, would always visit the stables, and he befriended the stable keeper whose name was Padmavati. They both became great friends, and he kept asking her, is there a way to escape from here? Now Padmavati had strict orders from the queen not to tell anything to King Vikramaditya about ways of escapade from this island. So she kept mum. But she also liked King Vikramaditya, you see. And when he kept asking her, one day she had to reveal it. She said that there was a flying horse available in the stable. His name was Pushpakaraj. She also added that Queen Simhavati has given her special orders not to even talk about this flying horse to the king. King Vikramaditya said he would like to first see the horse. So Padmavati opened the special stable door and led him to the flying horse. The moment King Vikramaditya saw the horse, he loved it. I told you already, he was a great horseman. He told Padmavati that he would just like to try and maybe gallop for a few yards and come back. Padmavati told him that he has to definitely come back and not go away anywhere, then she is answerable to the queen. King Vikramaditya said, "Don't you worry, I will come back." He got on top of Pushpakaraj, the flying horse, and he galloped his way, and in a short while it flew in the sky. He reached his own kingdom of Ujjain. By then, 6 months had elapsed and it was time for him to take duties as the king. He went to the court the next morning only to be greeted by the same two men who had come earlier, having this dispute with them. What was the dispute? One said, fate is preordained, and the other said, man is the maker of his destiny. So they both came back and asked the king, "Dear king, you said you need some time to think about a verdict. Can you give us a verdict today?" they asked. Now, King Vikramaditya narrated this whole episode of his visit to this magical island and of meeting Queen Simhavati and marrying her. So it was prophesied earlier to the queen that she is going to marry the king. So even King Vikramaditya thought at that time that fate is preordained. It is in fact destiny that he has to come here to this island and marry her. The prophecy had also said that King Vikramaditya and Queen Simhavati would live there forever happily. Whereas the king took the reins of his own destiny in his hand and he decided to escape from there and came to Ujjain. Therefore, he is the maker of his own destiny, is it not? So the king shared the story and gave the verdict that fate may be preordained to anyone, but man has the capability to make his own destiny in whichever way he wanted. Both the men were happy to hear the story and the verdict given by King Vikramaditya. They thanked him and left. By now, the puppet on the 10th step, Dasaratnavalli, was done with her story. She stopped and asked Bhojaraja, "Do you think you are worthy of sitting on this throne?" Bhojaraja once again hung his head down. He looked at the rest of the steps to the throne. He is going to hear so many stories of King Vikramaditya. He thought to himself, walked back to his chambers. Did he come the next day? Yes, he did. But to hear that story, you need to wait for next Saturday. Did you all like today's story? If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Shyamala and I am a passionate storyteller. I will meet you in the next episode. Bye bye.